Okay, so there's a new film out called "Come as You Are." Back in 2007, there was a BBC film program called "For One Night Only," which told the story of Asta Philpott, who is a wheelchair user and who had lost his virginity in a legal brothel in Spain and had become very active in dealing with the sexual needs and rights of people with disabilities. And his story has actually inspired a number of films. There was a film from 2011 called Hasta la Vista. There was a Belgian picture. There was a 2016 Dutch film called Adios Amigos, and now this version, which is an American film called Come as You Are, which is kind of like a retelling of the same fictionalized story, but inspired by Asta Philpott, who actually does make a cameo appearance in the film. So the film stars Grant Rosenmeyer, Hayden Zito, and Ravi Patel as Scotty, Matt, and Mo. Two of them are wheelchair users. One of them is visually impaired. They arrange a road trip to Montreal, where they've seen online that there is a brothel that caters for wheelchair users, and obviously they're doing this kind of slightly under the wire because there are parents and carers who are still basically sort of treating them like children, don't think they should be able to do this. So they have to do this road trip as a kind of under the wire adventure. They get Sam, who to drive them there. Sam is played by Gabourey Sidibe, who you'll remember was Oscar nominated for her role in Precious back in 2010. So it's kind of a road movie sex comedy about three guys going to lose their virginity whilst being pursued by people who are trying to save them from this thing that they're trying to do. And it's on the plus side, I think it's a really interesting film. I mean, it's got a sort of funny, frank, and fearless attitude towards its subject. It is not a cookie cutter road movie sex comedy. Many of the jokes are really funny. Some of it is very touching. I thought Gabrielle Sidibe is very, very good as Sam, the driver. One of the things that the film has attracted criticism for is that in the three lead roles, they haven't cast actors with disabilities, and I think that that is potentially a problem. I've read a couple of interviews with Grant Rosenmeyer, who was also a producer, and with the director, and what they said was, "Well, look, we had very limited time in which to make the movie. And also, there are actors with disabilities in some of the smaller roles." The director said, as far as he was concerned, that the story itself was so uplifting that he thought that that outweighed any sort of possible negative backlash. My own feeling is that it is a shame. I think it is a missed opportunity that those three roles have not been filled by actors with disabilities. But the film itself is, as I said, it is funny. It is doing something which isn't generally done by mainstream cinema in the way in which it tells its story. It is genuinely funny. Some of the characters are portrayed in a way which is, not sentimental at all. Actually, the sort of central character is deliberately played as quite abrasive and obnoxious. So it's an interesting film. I think there is a central issue with the casting of the leads, but it is funny and it is frank.